Hey everyone, welcome to today's class. Today we're going to be using a stability ball for a mobility and core strengthening practice. So when you're ready, go ahead and grab your stability ball and meet me on the mat. The one I'm using today is 55 centimeters. I like it because it's not super big and it's not super small. It's like just the perfect medium size to get a great workout in. So when you're ready, go ahead and meet me on your mat and we'll begin. All right, so let's come to sit on the stability ball. Take your feet a little bit wider than hip distance. Bring your hands to rest on your lap. Go ahead and close your eyes and take a couple deep breaths in. And as you breathe in, focus on breathing outward rather than up and down. So you want to think about expansion out to the side and then also out in front of you with your belly and out behind you with your low back. It's kind of an interesting concept to think about, but really try to focus on that sensation of a full deep breath. So go ahead and close your eyes. Deep breath in and out through your nose. As you breathe, you may notice that you feel almost the sensation of a stretch at the very end of that breath. And just notice what it feels like to take a full deep inhale and exhale. One more time. And then flutter your eyes open. So the purpose of that centering breath is just to kind of bring you into the present moment, to let go of whatever happened earlier, and just to have you be fully present here. That's how you can get the most out of any workout that you do. To begin, we're going to take the left hand and left forearm rather, and bring it into the inner thigh, and then press into that forearm, into your leg, to rotate through your chest a little bit. So now the chest is pointing out about 45 degrees. We're going to lift the right arm up and back behind you for a gentle twist. And then exhale. Bring the hands together. So you're bending forward a little bit here. Breathe in, open up. Breathe out. Hands come together. Breathe in, open up. See if you can get a little deeper into the twist here. Exhale and release. Breathe in, lift the arms up overhead. Breathe out, open the elbows out to the side, puff the chest out, take your gaze up. And then breathe in and release. Sit tall. We're going to take the right forearm to the inner thigh. Press into that inner thigh to press the knee back behind you. You may even get a sensation of a stretch through that inner thigh. Lift the left arm up. So now your chest is kind of pointing about 45 degrees away from you. And then release, hands come together. Breathe in, open up. Find that full 360-degree breath and exhale. And we have two more just like that. Breathe in, open up. Breathe out. Release. One more time. And release. Breathe in. Lift the arms up overhead. Breathe out. Elbows out to the side. Gazes up. Breathe in. Take the hands to the front of your shins, so just underneath your kneecaps, just below your kneecaps. Breathe in. Reach your chest forward. Puff your chest out as you take your gaze upward. And then exhale. Round your back. Tuck your chin to your chest. Arms are nice and long here. One more time. Breathe and pull the chest forward and up. Exhale. Round your back. Chin to chest. And then breathe in, sit tall. You feel a little bit of core engagement happening here. So you want to think about the core wrapping around your low spine. So think about everything sort of drawing inwards rather than a pressing outward. So everything sort of draws inward. And then as you breathe in, we'll take the hands behind the head, tuck the chin to the chest, elbows point forward. Create some space through the back of the neck and relax your shoulder blades down towards your back pockets. Then as you breathe in, we'll lift the head up and then open out through the elbows. Take the elbows to the side. Come back down through the chest. Elbows point forward. Relax your shoulder blades down towards your back pockets. And you can draw your ear gently towards your shoulder one at a time for a little opening through the neck. And then breathe in, lift the elbows up and out. We'll release the hands, come to a neutral spine. Inhale, sweep the left arm up and over. Taking the fingers to the right side of the head, draw the ear towards the shoulder. Close your eyes, stay tall through your spine, then check in with the core. Make sure you have a little bit of core engagement. You're engaging your core about 20% here to support your spine. Crawl your fingers towards the back of your ear, tuck your chin towards your chest, and you may get a different sensation through your neck. Then breathe in, release your hand, take your gaze over to the left, and then slowly to the right, finding your end range, just holding there for a beat before releasing, gazes forward. Breathe in, sweep the right arm up and over, fingers come to the left side of the head as you draw the right ear towards right shoulder. Relax the right shoulder down and away from your ear, shoulder blade towards your back pocket. And just notice what this side of the neck feels like compared to the other. And when you're ready, crawl your fingers towards the back of the ear and tuck your chin towards your chest. And as you breathe in, release the hand. Slowly take your gaze to the right and then over to the left. Coming back through center. We're going to slide ourselves off the ball. Come to position yourself so you're on your shins. Your hip joint is going to go kind of in line with that ball. You'll bring your hand down to the ground and reach your arm up and over. Now, if you're like me and you have a little bit more mobility, you can lower the forearm down towards the ground. Reach that right arm up and over and get a good stretch through the side of your body here. So you're aiming to create space between your lowest rib and the top of your hip. You reach, 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 reach. And then rise up. And then we'll lower down. Reach up and over. Lifting up with the arm, pressing the hand down into the floor. Last time we lower down. And then rise up. From here, we're going to flex the left foot and then lift the leg up and down. You want to be sure that your toes aren't pointing up towards the ceiling. We want them pointed straight away from you. Getting a little bit of glute activation, mobility through that hip joint. And then bend the knee, reach back. See if you can grab hold of that foot. And breathe some space into the front of your leg and your hip flexor. And then kick that foot into your hand. So you're arching your back a bit. See if you can get a stretch through the chest. And then we'll release and take it over to the other side. So position yourself right next to the ball and then send the hip joint sort of in line with that ball as you drape your body up and over. And it may take a second to find your bearings before you come up and over with that arm. And you may notice that one side feels like a more intense stretch than the other. So for me, this is my tight side, and it feels super intense. And just notice what you notice. Breathe in, rise up. Breathe out. Come back over the ball. I like to use a little bit of movement, so feel free to explore by bringing the hand forward or maybe back and see if you get some other sensations through the side body stretch. And then from here, We'll begin to flex the foot. Make sure the toes are pointed out and away from you. And we lift up. Core is nice and strong. A little bit of glute medius activation here. And see if you can reach back and grab hold of that foot. And kick your foot into your hand. Arch your back a little bit. Maybe you get a stretch through the chest. Gently release. You're going to take the forearms onto the ball. Send the hips back behind you. Core is strong here, so you're not sinking into your low back. Then imagine that somebody is pulling your hands and somebody else is pulling your hips back behind you. So you have two opposing lines of energy, and that's going to get you a really great stretch right through here, right through your lats. So go ahead and find those two opposing lines of energy. Remember, you're not sinking into the shoulders, you're not sinking into the low back. And once you find that nice stretch, take a deep breath in and out. And then on your next breath in, you're going to rise up. Drag the ball with you as you rise up. Exhale. Extend the hips back behind you. Reach the arms away from you. Inhale, rise up. And exhale, extend. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, extend. From here, rise back up again. Send your upper body on the ball. You're coming into kind of a plank position, but you have the ball underneath you to support you. And then from here, take your feet a little wider than hip distance. This is going to help you to balance better. Take the elbows out to the side and hover your hands off the ground a little bit. Make some fists with the hands. Create some tension in between the shoulder blades. Imagine you're trying to squeeze a pencil between the shoulder blades. Your head is looking down rather than forward. That's going to keep your spine in nice alignment. And we're just going to pulse here, down and up. This is really great for your posture, really great for the health of your shoulders, your shoulder blades. Legs are strong. Use a little bit of your core so you're not kind of like flopping over that ball. And then from here, you're going to hold and pause with the elbows in the air, squeezing that pencil between the shoulder blades, and then rotate the elbows. So fists are pointed forward, elbows are pointing back behind you. Release and come down. Then this time, everything lifts up. Rotate, rotate, come down. Lift up, rotate, rotate, come down. Now, if you're feeling a bit of a burn through your upper back, through your shoulders, that's probably some information. It just says this is the work you need to do. So many of us slouch, or our upper traps are overworked. We need to work more of these muscles. One more time. Lift, rotate, rotate, down. Great job. From here, come down onto your back. You're going to send the calves over top of the ball. Tighten up through the core, and you're going to press in to lift the hips. So just lifting up to full hip extension. We don't really care to go into like a hyper extension. We just want one straight line from the hips down to the legs, up and down here. I'm going to do 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Then lift the ball with your ankles, and you're going to exchange it with your hands. Hold the ball as if imagine it's like a watermelon, and you're pushing it up to the sky. Then bend your knees, and one at a time, as you tighten your core and keep your core nice and tight, you're going to just tap your heel down to the ground. But as you do this, you're continually pushing this imaginary heavy watermelon away from you. Toes are spread. And as you touch the heel down to the ground, you want to be sure that your low back doesn't lift off the mat. So you're keeping everything drawn inward towards your lumbar spine. So don't let your core bread loaf. You don't want to look down and see a bread loaf. That's a sign that you're not integrating your core into your body, and instead you're pressing it sort of outwards. We're going to do 4 more each side. 4, 4, keep pushing that watermelon away. 3, 3, 2, 2, and last one each side. 1 and 1. Great job. Come down with the head. We're going to take the ball down to the ground. And then this time, you're going to press your feet into the ball, particularly the heels. Tighten up through the core, lift your pelvic floor, and press to lift the hips up and down. You're going to feel your hamstrings begin to activate, your glutes activating. It's a little bit of a balance situation going on, so the core is being recruited. And we're just going up and down here for 10 more. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, 1. Great job. Release. And from here, I'm going to place the ball between the thighs and the forearms. So you have the forearms pressing the ball into the knees, and you're driving the knees back into that ball. So you have a lot of pressure from both the forearms and the legs, keeping the ball here. From here, we're going to extend just one leg at a time. So if you come down like this, but your low back wants to lift off the ground, just tap that heel again like we did in the last exercise. Totally up to you. We're going to alternate legs, and we keep pressing with the forearms. We're going to 10 here. Here's 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, 2 more, 9, 9, and 10, 10. Great job. Gently release that ball out to the side and come to sit up. Place the ball behind your back and then press down into your feet to lift your chest, or lift your hips rather, off the ground. We're going to open up through the chest. So you can reach back with the hands, maybe coming into this supported back bend. And try to keep some tension in the arms. So don't just let the arms flop out to the side. You want to keep a little bit of tension here. That's going to better protect your shoulder. And then the next time you reach your hips towards the ground, they don't have to be all the way on the ground, but towards the ground, and you feel your back fully supported here, you're going to create some tension in your arms and make some snow angel movements. So this is really great to open up through the chest if you're somebody who slouches, or maybe you're somebody who does Olympic weightlifting. This is a really good one to do, to open up that chest and create some more mobility for your shoulders. But you have to be sure that you've created some tension. So imagine you're holding onto a rubber band or a resistance band and you're pulling it open, and then release. One last time, and then come all the way down to your seated position. From here, sitting in a nice easy pose with one foot out in front, doesn't matter which one, we're just going to take the ball out to the side and reach the arm up and over. Make sure that you're pressing into the ball so that both hips are firmly on the ground. When you rise up, do a little twist here and take your opposite hand to opposite knee. And then come back to center, and we'll move the ball over to the other side. Slide out and away for the nice lateral flexion through the spine. And then as you breathe in, rise up and take your twist. And release. So that does it for our practice today. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you soon.